I'm a conservative, a Christian, a capitalist. I'm basically the Democrat Party's worst nightmare. Liberals say if you look like me, America isn't for you. That's a lie.
I like that. I haven't seen that one yet right there. Good one there. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Let's go to the state of Oklahoma, where 13 candidates are running in the GOP Senate primary to replace retiring Senator Jim Inhofe. Our next guest is one of them.
Yeah, joining us now is U.S. Senate candidate in Oklahoma and fellow at the Harvard Kennedy School's Institute of Politics, T.W. Shannon. Good morning and welcome.
Allison, good morning,
Great
Rob.
to have you here.
It is so good to be here. Feels like being home a little bit.
Like
You're back. It's good to have you back.
I know it.
in-house.
Thank you for having me. I'm like COVID. I just keep
coming
I'm
back.
like a variant.
Yeah, but you grow on us.
That's right.
You grow on us. It's good to have you. So tell us about this race. I just want to talk about, Senator Inhofe announced on March 1st that he was going to be retiring. You announced on March 10th, I believe.
I did.
This primary happens on June the 28th, so a week from Tuesday. That's less than 4 months. 13 candidates are frantically campaigning for this to win this primary. Take us through what it's been like the last 4 months.
Well, normally you get 18 to 24 months to, plan and execute a statewide election.
Right.
We were given less than, 30 days to really put it together. But the response has been overwhelmingly positive. And all I've done is told my story. Listen, by the time I was 26, I was able to be elected to the Oklahoma House of Representatives after finishing law school. I had a chance at 33 to be elected speaker. And today, by the age of 40, I'm 44 now.
Right.
My wife and I have been married 20 years. I'm the CEO of a bank. That story only happens in the United States of America. It cannot and does not happen anywhere else. But if you listen to the narrative coming out of Washington, D.C., they would tell you that story can't happen. But it does happen. But we have to make sure that it continues to happen. The way that we do that is by lowering taxes and going back to what made America great to start with. It's the Constitution, it's capitalism, and it's Christianity. That's why we're the greatest nation on earth. And that's why people are dying to get here.
Yeah, you've got a great story to share. Talk to us about what's important to folks in Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, obviously people are hurting. The Biden economy is crushing not just lives and, but it's crushing dreams. I mean, many people have investments. Their 401ks now are being devastated because of the inflation. And the truth is, inflation happens because of one reason. It's overspending in Washington, D.C. They keep printing money that we don't have. We keep borrowing from China. We're sending $40 billion to protect the border of Ukraine and to arm the Ukrainian citizens while our border is wide open. And frankly, we have a call to disarm Americans. We've got to send America First candidate to Washington, D.C. Oklahoma's the reddest state in the union. I've balanced the budget in Oklahoma. I've lowered taxes in Oklahoma. We can do the same thing in Washington, D.C. It just takes leadership.
Just quick, did you know that Senator Inhofe was going to retire? Because you were on a panel with us right before he announced that, and I didn't realize. Did you know that was going to happen?
We did not know. We kind of heard about a week out. I sent a text to my wife and I said, "Babe, you won't believe this."
Yeah.
And when I sent it to her, she said, "Babe, you're God's guy. I'm your girl. Let's go."
Oh, I
fell out of my seat.
Married 20 years.
Yeah, we've been married 20 years.
Okay, so Donald Trump, and you saw who's in our green room right now, right?
No, I didn't.
Devin Nunes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
He's going to be in house with us in a couple of minutes, right? Of course, he works closely with the former president.
Absolutely.
Donald Trump has not endorsed anybody in Oklahoma yet. Does that happen after the primary? Because this thing's likely headed to a runoff,
Listen,
right?
if anybody tells you they know exactly what Donald Trump is going to do, I just question their sanity because this guy is a leader. He knows exactly what he wants to do. I had the pleasure to serve as the national chair of Black Voices for Trump after Herman Cain passed away.
Yep.
I have a great relationship with the president. We talk regularly about this race. I'm hopeful we'll get his endorsement. But ultimately, what I'm talking about is the America First agenda. Because when Donald Trump was in office, we didn't have, Vladimir Putin invading nations. We didn't have runaway inflation. We had the best economy the world's ever seen, and Joe Biden has squandered it. And the Republicans in Washington, D.C. have joined with Joe Biden and allowed America to crumble. But if we have the right leadership, I believe we can get things back on track.
Yeah, similar to Donald Trump, you talked about, how to balance a budget, right? You're in the banking industry, you're in business, and I think so many
Former
people...
Newsmax panelist on Wake Up America.
Absolutely.
That's an accolade.
Absolutely it is.
That's what's going to get you elected.
I actually hear more about that on the campaign trail. People, we miss you on Newsmax so much. I hear that a lot.
So I think, too, is that what people are looking for? An outsider, somebody who hasn't spent 20, 30 years in Washington?
That's exactly right. Listen, the politicians in Washington, D.C. are part of the problem. The problem is after you've been there, you're in your second decade, that swamp water starts to taste pretty good. That's why I've taken a term limits pledge. I've made the effort to make the announcement that we will support every term limit, because I don't think our founding fathers intended for people to go to Washington, D.C. and stay there for decades. That's exactly why we're having the problem.
George Washington led by example.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could have been president forever.
He could have been king, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he changed the direction of the country.
Thank you, TW Shannon. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hey, thank y'all for having me.
Good luck to you. A week from oh, there we go. A week from next Tuesday.
And happy Father's Day.